looking at darkness as something bad, where God is saying, I gotta turn the light off because I gotta stop you. Because if I keep the light on, you're gonna keep going. And if you keep going, you're actually going in a different direction than you dreamed of going. So I got to cut all the lights out. I gotta stop the plane. I gotta make the car not start. I gotta give you a flat tire. I gotta stop you from getting in that relationship. I gotta stop you from hanging out with those people because that joke about to take you in the wrong direction. And so by the grace of God, when it's dark and you can go, God, I don't know why you didn't let me do that, but I've got to believe somewhere in my heart, because you love me, that the darkness is actually a blessing and not a curse.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, green juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy.
Organifi just launched a green juice with a slight twist, guys. They've added their crisp apple, right? Apples have arrived, introducing the refreshing taste of new Organifi green juice crisp apple. All the benefits you've come to love in the classic reset green juice with a new juicy twist. Enjoy the same fan favorite nourishing ingredients, ashwagandha, moringa, spirulina, chlorella, designed to hydrate, energize, and support cortisol balance. The new green juice, the crisp apple juice, guys, is made with organic, wholesome, hand-picked apples, and it tastes like a fresh, juicy slice in every sip. If mint just isn't for you, this refreshing new recipe certainly is, making it the first of its kind the whole family will love. All right, so the kids can get in on this one, guys. Apple juice, as you've never tasted it before, now for a limited time. Take the meh out of the mornings with the green juice apple crisp from Organifi.
Make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
Dr. King is in the building.
Hey, dog, one property away.
I'm one property away from.
One property away from. You fill in the blank.
Just one.
You fill in the blank.
No, because that one going to start a ripple effect if you really... Look, I got something, so let's go. Hurry up.
Oh, okay. Let's just go right to it.
No, don't go right to it. No,
He ready.
Don't go right to it.
Oh, no jokes?
You go for it. Tell the jokes, and then I got it. I'm gonna.
Did you hear about the one with the...
I did not. Can you get Trey if you go?
I was going to say, let's get Trey.
Let's get Trey. Do it like that, yeah.
Douglas, how are you?
Phenomenal.
Okay. You look like you want to jump. Go. I mean, don't let me...
So Maul's shirt said one property away from, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I was like, wow, Maul, like one from, because if you learn what you need to learn from that one, you feel me? Because a lot of people looking at the property. It's not the property.
The process.
It's one. You feel me? Like what you're gonna learn, what you're gonna gain. So I say that because we on the Discord every Monday, Nikki, myself, Jalen, and Moose, we do a podcast called Creators Create. And we're breaking down the process of like being a creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, like starting the product. Because a lot of people just jump into a product or they jump into something. It's like, you gotta study what a creator is first and figure out what type of creator you are. You feel me? And then once you figure out what kind of creator you are, then you can get into the creators process. Thus, creators create. So we was on the phone, right? And this little, young fella, he young. He was like struggling. I'm this, and that, and I can't get nobody to support me. And you know me, bro, I'm always like, for real, I lace him up to play. I don't be getting on stuff to be sitting around. But I also know you got Dre there, Jalen there, so I pulled back, gave him 30 seconds to see if they was going to say something. Jalen jumped in. And Jalen was like, little fella, he's like, here's what you got to understand. He was like, you need time to build your stuff and gain confidence. He said, because the last thing you want to do is you want to create something and somebody jump in too early in your creation process. Boog was like, yo, I'm just going to be real with you. If you're not comfortable in your creation, you don't have confidence, somebody going to come in early on and they going to take your stuff. So Boog was like, you crying right now because you alone and you by yourself. But he was like, yo, bruh, it's in the dark. He's like, yo, bruh. He was like, I just can't. He's like, no. I'm coming out of darkness. But he was like, in my darkness is where I gain my confidence. When I start figuring me out. So he like, so now I don't even want a whole bunch of people in my stuff because they going to steal my stuff. Or they going to come in and try to change my stuff. So he was like, yo, little fella, go through your one darkness and you ain't never got to go through darkness like that again. But he was like, yo, if you could stay in your darkness, don't trip on your darkness. Like, I was born in the dark, just shaped and molded in the dark. You feel me? Yeah. But he was just telling little man, like, yo, I could tell right now your confidence ain't, your stuff ain't, because the way you talking about your stuff, I need this and I need somebody. He's like, you don't need nobody to do nothing. You need to stay in the dark and figure out you in the dark. And then once you come out in the light, then you're going to get support. You know, and I just was like, yo, that's deep. So when I saw him one property away, I'm like, yo, don't get it twisted. Like, I understand now properties because of Maul. Like, I understand the process. Like, I understand what to do and what not to do. Yo, Maul, for real, bro, I had made a mistake. I had the floor guy come in. I was like, why did I even have the floor guy come in? I just got the homies to come in to paint. I was like, yo, why would I bring in a floor and they got to paint? They might mess up the floor painting. So I was like, yo, the painters need to come in here first and paint. You feel me? Then I called Nikki, like, Nikki, what color wall should we do? I know it's either the Apple model with the white or do we go with the black? She's like, I want to go white, and then maybe you can have one black wall. So I walked my man through and was like, yo, I'm going to go this floor, and then we go up here and we do that. And he like, bet. And then he was like, I'm going to call a floor person. I was like, I got one. He's like, let me call my guy. He might be cheaper, but while I'm painting, he could be prepping, and then we could take the baseboards off, and then he could come in here. And I'm just like, yo, if it wasn't for Maul, I wouldn't know the process. And I know the process is you paint those walls before you lay floors, right? And then somebody's like, well, you bought it, you ain't doing nothing with it. Oh, no, we have to prep it before we can make money. Like, I'm not about to buy a bed and bring a bed in here before the floor is in here. Yeah. I'm not about to get no paint on the wall or get no couch. Like, I understand how properties work now. I understand why I bought this one. I get it now. Like, it makes sense. So I'm saying, if something was happening to Maul, I'd be straight. Why? Because Maul taught me the process. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. I know the manager, what type of manager I need based on my personality. You feel me? Like, I know it all now. So I'm going to be able to go in, get everything, taken care, Airbnb. And so I just want to say, when you said one property away, there are some people that be discouraged, like, oh, bro, I'm trying to make a meal, and from that house, I only made 52. Bro, it's not how much you going to make off a house, it's you understanding the process of it. And then once you learn the process, it's yours for as long as you are alive. And then if you're really sweet with it, you'll be able to teach your kids. Now they got the process, and you're one process. You're one process property away from. You feel me? You're one process property away from what? Whatever it is you want to do and whatever it is you want to be. So
from your vision.
Whatever your vision is. My vision just happens to be, I'm going to start doing consulting work, and it's going to be right there so I can walk out, go right there, do my thing. So, yeah, I'm sorry. We can go to the jokes now. But when I saw that, I just know people be on that. You lied. I only made $100,000 off. I'm trying to, not your one bank account away from, not your $100,000 away from. No, you're literally one property, understanding real estate away from having and doing whatever you want.
When I first started out, man, it wasn't even about you saying 50,000, 100,000. It was about having a property that's going to cover my car note.
Wow.
I was one property away from having my car note taken care of.
Unbelievable.
It was about, like, the first thing I had on my list was to retire my wife.
Wow.
And think about it. Now, a few podcasts ago, we were just talking about having a wife of leisure.
Yeah.
Being able to allow her just to be at home, rest, take naps, just be full when I come in the house. So she ain't empty, and I'm trying to get, she's full. And I was one property away from retire. Yeah.
I let it ride.
I did a good job.
She said she was, she was empty. You was gonna fill her up. I didn't know where we was going. This a PG podcast.
I lift it up,
You know what I'm saying? I'm all talking about filling it up.
But dog, one property, dog, allowed her to be able to retire.
Yeah,
it was just one property, bro. The net proceeds, the $3,000 a
And
month.
for those of you out there, his wife wanted to retire.
She asked me that.
I'm just saying, because bro, we live. Listen, we live in a world where they're gonna be like, "Oh, you just want your wife to just do? Women supposed to do nothing." Not what he said. And his wife does work and does do a lot, but she does what she wants to do.
Well, for the people that's out there, them naysayers, I know for the people.
I'm not a naysayer, but I'm saying it's no context in this. I want to give them context.
My wife wanted to retire from working for other people.
Right.
Yes,
there you go. Thank you.
There you
Good
go.
context. Yeah, good context. So
Clean it up,
let me
see.
ask this: Do
Clean
y'all know anybody that didn't go through darkness? And darkness, whatever that is. Do you know anybody that we would consider like, man, they good?
It's levels of dark. ET homeless trash cans is dark. I ain't never been to that dark.
Whatever darkness is.
I'm
about to speak to Eastern Michigan football team about my darkness.
Right.
My darkness was not making it to the league and becoming a police officer, making $36,000.
That was dark. Because of what you
somebody
wanted.
else was celebrating
out of life.
the fact that they got the job making $36,000 a year.
But I'm saying it was darkness because of your vision.
Yeah.
And darkness just means whatever your vision was for your life, at some point, you weren't able to fully experience that. You were in something that didn't look like what you thought it was going to be.
A lot of people dream of having their own business. But having your own business, it also means running your own business. If you're living your entrepreneurial dream but struggling with tedious administrative tasks, whether it be HR, payroll, or employee benefits, let Gusto help. Gusto offers all-in-one payroll and HR for growing businesses. From full-service payroll and benefits to team management tools and much more, Gusto makes it easy to support your hard-working team all in one intuitive platform. Gusto is loved by both businesses and employees. For businesses, having everything in one place is a game changer. No more jumping from application to application. With Gusto, most customers are able to run payroll in 10 minutes or less. And Gusto helps with the hard stuff too, filing payroll taxes, compliance, new state tax registrations, international contractor payments in 90 countries and counting. Employees love that Gusto's interface is modern, fresh, and extremely intuitive and organized. Whether your team is in person, remote, or a combination, with Gusto, keeping your team on track is easy. And just to be honest, a lot of our entrepreneurs get stuck right here, right? You put your business on spreadsheet, it's on paper, but you don't think about this. Are you doing hourly, bi-weekly, monthly payroll? Are you hiring contractors, W-2 employees? Like, do you even understand the implications of each one, right? There's so many things to think about, and Gusto takes all of that off your hands. Join more than 200,000 new and growing businesses that are using Gusto to build a great workplace for their employees. Right now, Gusto is offering our listeners 3 months free at gusto.com/STS. Get easy payroll, benefits, HR, and a happier team. Go to gusto.com/STS for your first 3 months free. Again, that's gusto, gusto.com/STS.
Exactly.
And my point in asking that question is, again, life has, our paradigm is screwed up. Because we see it as though the darkness, whatever you want to call it, is the opposite direction to where we're going.
Absolutely.
Y'all follow me?
Oh,
like
no
we
question.
see it as though like, oh man, I'm going through this. I'm not close to, I'm further away. Where the truth is,
darkness makes you closer.
It's a part of the process of getting there. You got to go through that to get there. So I'm saying I want people to start thinking about it differently. Like, yo, the moment you hit that moment that feel like darkness, like you're in the right direction. Like you're getting there faster than you think, as opposed to being further away.
And can I be honest with y'all?
That's good.
And I know every time you speak your truth, sometimes people take that in a negative way, and I don't mean this to be negative, but homelessness, as bad as it wasn't as bad as what I thought being at the crib was, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like, people might look at it like you were homeless, you ain't had no place to eat. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, to Carl's point, homelessness wasn't even though it was like physically or whatever was terrible, a part of it I enjoyed because I had my freedom. You feel me? Like I was.
Hold on, man. Break that down.
No, I'm feeling you on the freedom part. On the freedom.
I'm not feeling you.
No,
not eating none of the trash.
That ain't free.
That's
I promise
free is being in the bed, and
that wasn't free for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I felt like, man, Marlon, it's one of them crazy things. Like for me, one of my visions is not a car or a house or none of that. Like y'all know I could be in Cali, I could be in like it don't make me no difference. We stayed at some Drury hotel in the other day. Like,
y'all
difference.
stayed at the Drury?
Yeah, we stayed there because we was at Grand Rapids and my daughter had to get a flight, so I didn't want to go home and then come back. That was one of the best
stayed in the Drury?
Yeah, we stayed right in there.
I know she was pissed.
Well, she wasn't pissed. She was the one that thought about it. Like, we don't want to go home. We don't want Jada to miss her flight. You know, we want to be right there. So I was like, cool. It wasn't nothing to me. But I think, Maul, I'm not the jewelry, the clothes, or whatever. But the one thing I think I might worship is my independence and doing things on my terms. So even though I was homeless, a part of it was straight because I had my independence. Like I could come in the house when I want to. I could, whatever I wanted to do, I could do it. So yes.
You ain't had no house.
Well, I did. Meaning
I come into the neighbor's house. The vacant property house.
The vacant property. It's still my house. That was my house.
Right.
So wherever I laid my head.
Hello, I'm home.
Yeah. Where the abandoned building, the car. It was. And so I look at it, Maul, and go to somebody.
Man, that's crazy, dog.
Darkness might be whatever, but
I'm saying I got you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's nuts.
It is.
But some people think about how much your pride in the way to be like, yo, this is better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm feeling you. If you was at your girl crib, you at your homie crib, something like that, bro, you are.
But to Carl's
talk
point,
about it, at least I get to come and go.
But to Carl's
silver lining.
To Carl's point, my journey, my vision started with homeless. Before that, I was doing what my parents wanted me to do. Like I wasn't living my life. It may sound crazy, but Joseph's dream didn't happen till he was sold into slavery. Before that, he was doing what his father wanted him to do. He wasn't living his own life. So for me, homelessness was the beginning of my process, the beginning of my journey. And to be honest with you, it's probably the separator. Like, it's probably when dudes be like, what make E.T. better than me? Like, E.T. can't speak no better than me. Like, he don't sound like he said nothing that's that deep that I can't say. Why am I not the number one motivational speaker in the world? A part of that was that homeless process really did something for me to be able to connect with people in a way that some people who didn't have their darkness, they can't really connect with people. Like, I could connect with darkness because so in reality, bruh, that darkness for me was the beginning of the rest of my light. And so there are those of you out there, I always say this, and I don't think it ever gets old. God himself did not create until the earth was dark and void. He didn't create on nothing. He didn't say, well, we're going to wait till there's something. He was like, it's void, it's dark, it's nothing. This is the greatest place to actually create because the canvas is clear. So oftentimes we do look at our darkness as something bad,
right?
But the darkness is like, yo, now you got a clean slate. Your mom ain't making no decisions for you. Your father ain't making no decisions for you. Ain't nobody making no decisions for you right now but you. And so the cool thing more was I started to see, yo, you messing up because you making your own decisions and you still in this terrible. So for me, it was like my beginnings, my farm league, my G League. You feel me? And that G League launched me into the chip. I got the chip.
Carl made the point. So if you think about it, we illustrated. It's like if my phone right here is darkness and you're not watching on YouTube, you can watch. But I'm just trying to show an example. If you hit darkness right here, you're like, oh, I'm in darkness.
Yeah.
And then it's like on the other side, it get light again, but you got to keep going.
Yeah.
But most people, so I want to stop y'all there because most people what do you do when you're in dark?
Cry.
No, I'm just saying, like, you ever been in a hotel or something, you hit that last light, you like, ooh, I can't even get to the bed. What do? You tiptoe. We just talked about tiptoeing.
Yeah.
And the longer you do it, right. So, the longer you get right here and it get dark, you go, oop, shut it down.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm not moving no more.
No more.
So walk the people through who like, okay, E, I hear you. Like, I'm in darkness and I hear what you saying, Carl. I'm coming out on the other side, but it's so dark that it's scary that I'm not necessarily trying to move like that.
But it's only, listen to me. I'm being real with y'all. I used to be like scary movies. like, oh, these scary movies. And one of my homies, Dennis Ross, like he big music producer or whatever, and his mom, in the music, his mom told me, she said, you know what? Those keys that you listen to on the piano, those keys are not evil keys. But because the movies have associated it with and then Jason come out and he got the knife. She like, now all of a sudden when you hear these keys play, you automatically think, she was like, no scary movie, it was nothing associated with that, and you heard these, there was just keys. That's Mike. That's my guy. That's Mike all day.
I used to be nervous.
That's Mike. But so what I'm saying, we associate darkness with evil. We associate it with, and this is why I say it. This is why I say it. Savannah, our goddaughter, bruh, I don't know what happened, but when Savannah would be with us and the lights would be out, I'd be like, Jalen, Jada. They like, I ain't going down there. I would tell Savannah to go. Bruh, Savannah was like 2-3 years old. Savannah would walk in the dark like it wasn't nothing.
We know Boog wasn't going down.
Boog wasn't going down there. And Jada was like, a little whatever. But Savannah, I don't know what happened to her, but somebody must not have spooked her out. She didn't see the movies, whatever. But she would go in the darkness and be looking at Jalen and Jada like,
what's wrong
y'all
with
bigger than me. Like, why are y'all afraid to go upstairs in the attic and go grab something? Or why y'all scared to go downstairs?
Right, what does dark mean?
Out? That's what she was like, what does dark mean?
She
never knew.
I saw the switch in my kids. Neither of them were scared of dark initially. Neither of them. And I remember, and it wasn't even something that we did, but I remember us turning the light on or something all the time for them. Yeah. And then after a while, neither of them want to go into a dark room. Where's the light? I was like, they didn't even, that's what I'm saying. It's a paradigm shift that has to happen. When you see darkness, you think it's something that's negative. But if we understand that darkness isn't
if we can
negative,
see, we feel like we're in control.
I'm just saying, you can't.
It goes back to control.
I'm just saying, like, let's just say in the same house you go to when you cut the light off and you feel some type of way, it's like, bro, you've been living in that house for 5 years. The couch is still there. The bed, nothing.
I don't know, though. Something about hitting that basement like that. Them last few stairs, you just high step just in case somebody. Yeah.
But ain't nothing in there, Mo.
I'm 40. I still be like,
the basement, everything is still where it is. And you can see it in your mind.
Oh, yeah, but, just in case it's the day my man want to come out from under the stairs and grab your Achilles tendon. You just.
And where you even get that from. So I'm just saying. For me, I got to a point where I was like, yo, maybe this ain't the worst thing that ever happened. Like, maybe being homeless is not the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I started saying to myself, here's what you need to do, E. You need to accept where you are, but have hope of where you're going.
Don't you just love it when you make a small change and suddenly everything becomes so much easier? That's what it's like when you start hiring with Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring partner that can help you do it all. Find great talent faster through time-saving tools like Indeed Instant Match assessments and virtual interviews. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. The dope thing about Indeed for me is the fact that, listen, Indeed puts you in control of exactly what you pay. You set your must-have job requirements and only pay for the applications that meet them. There's a transparent flat fee per application, and you can pause your job posting whenever you want. And I'll let the data speak for itself. When you sponsor an Indeed post, you're 4.5 times more likely to get a hire, according to Indeed data worldwide. And according to Talent Nest 2019, Indeed is an unbelievably powerful hiring partner that delivers 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. And Indeed's doing something that no other job site has done. Now with Indeed, businesses only pay for quality applications that match their sponsored job description. So visit Indeed.com/success to start hiring now. Again, Indeed.com/success. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
So my hope
Okay, that's the teach now. Hold on, don't just accept where you are.
Yeah, accept where you are.
Right.
You're homeless. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You put yourself in a situation. But Bob was like, bro, you need to go to Oakwood. You're going to love Oakwood. So I was like, I'm going to Oakwood. Ma, I hadn't passed no tests. I hadn't even gone to night school to work on my GED. I hadn't done nothing. but the very hope that there was light. And so I don't know what it is about hope, but hope would do something for you in the same way that fear would drag you to the ground. The same way anxiety and trepidation would drag you to the ground. The same way it will paralyze you. It's something about hope that'll make you just put a pep in your step. Like hope will make you like, okay, so then I started going to church with my boy, and the pastor was like, yo, come to church. We're going to help you, whatever. And then I started dating Dee Dee, and then Dee Dee said she was going to college.
She gave you a new level.
Man, she gave me a new level of like,
watch yourself.
A new level. Earlier, he was like, hope will make you do things.
That ain't hope, brother. That ain't hope.
It's a new
That is
level.
not hope.
And so between you could go to school and then Dee Dee going, oh man, you thinking about going to Oakwood? I was like, yep. She's like, I'm going. You know, so it was hope. And so now, watch this, y'all. That same place that I was going to that was dark wasn't as dark no more. Like it was still homeless, but I wasn't tripping because I was like, I'm not gonna be here for a long time. I ain't about to be here forever. Like this ain't gonna be my life. Like this is a moment of my life, but this ain't about to be my life. And now I'm getting up and going to night school, and now I'm studying, and now I got a job. And that job is giving me hope that, yo, you keep these little dollars, you can get Dee Dee some stuff, you know, from time to time. You know, you can get yourself ready for college. And so I think accepting that this is not forever, having something to hope for. Can I be honest with y'all? Like, don't even go, I don't know if this could happen or not. It doesn't matter. The hope of something is better than the thing itself. Like, there's something about hope that does more than the actual thing itself does. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. There's something about faith that allows you to do things that you can't normally do if you don't have it. So for me, it was like, yo, I got this hope of going to college. I got this hope of dating Dee Dee. I got this hope, man, and maybe one day this will be my wife. Man, I got a hope that one day we'll have a family. Like, I got a hope that one day this speaking that I've been doing at the church, that one day I'm going to be able to do this, like, for real. Like, I got this hope. And I don't even know if I thought I could make money from it, but just this hope that I would have a purpose, a sense of purpose. So for me, see, that same darkness changed when I had a vision for myself and I had a vision for my future.
Even though the circumstances were exactly the same.
They were exact same. Didn't nothing change. I didn't actually get a stable bed. Oh, no, that's not the truth. Praise God. Watch this, y'all. The hope of going to Oakwood, having a stable bed, having a stable place to eat, having a sense of purpose, that hope drove me to the church and made me scream out loud in prayer, God, I want to go to Oakwood. I want to do this. I want to do this. And the family said to me, the Cannoneers, we will give you that stability before you go. When are you going? I said, like August 14th. They said, we're going to let you stay here for the next 6 to 8 months. I don't remember, it was 8 or 6 months. And if you go to Oakwood, then you good. And if you don't go to Oakwood, you got to go. So you got to go from here, period.
Yeah.
But we will keep you during the duration of your hope. Like, we will protect you and provide for you like you're our own son to protect your hope. Because we know if you stay on the street, there's a chance that something might happen. You might go to jail. You might get shot and killed. Anything can happen to you out here on the streets. So they too left Trinidad and Tobago and came to America with a hope and built their whole family, real estate. They came here, bought properties, sold, built properties up.
Yeah.
He would work during the day and so, Ma, that's crazy. If you get hope, you now start to attract hopers, other people who have used faith to build whatever. And so they said, look, we got you. And they kept me. And then I actually went. And once I got there, man, hope turned into reality, bro. Hope turned into reality.
You call them hopers?
Hopers. Hopers.
Like dreamers and wishers.
Hopers. Professional hopers. Yeah. Hopers, bro. Pros. They came, the husband came first, then the wife came. Then they brought one little spot. Then they got another one. They fixed it up. And they fixed another one up. End up building a big house out in like Rosemary, I think it's called, Rosewood in Michigan. Bruh, but they got multiple homes. They work during the day, would go to the house at night, fix the house up after work, Ma. They had a dream. So they knew what dreams meant. And they knew dreams could become realities. And they literally, man, secured my dream and helped me with my dream and saw me. I literally got in Diddy's mom's car from their house. I put my bike in there. I put my clothes, my bags in there, and I left Detroit in that car and never came back because that hope pushed me 770-something miles from Detroit to Alabama, and Alabama nourished my hope and created the person. Yeah, bruh. Hope, y'all. Don't lose whatever you lose. Lose it all, but lose your money, lose your credit score, lose your ID, lose your whatever. But whatever you do, the Bible says, lose not thy confidence, which has great recompense of reward. I didn't even know what that meant when I was young, but the Bible says it. Lose not thy confidence. Don't lose your faith or your hope. Why? Because the benefits of a hoper, the benefits of a hoper, bruh, is whatever their reality is. Now by faith,
I need the shirt.
Yeah, you need that. The hope. Make sure they don't look like Hopper.
How you spell it?
I don't know, man.
Well, it's got to just be H-O-P-E-R, right?
H-O-P-E-R. That's what I go with.
Okay, don't add nothing to it.
Another P is
Hopper would
Hopper.
be, yeah.
Okay, so that's what I said. Make sure you don't add another one, so people, because they're gonna look at it like, what's that? And then you tell them put E.T. Make sure they know that came from E.T. The Hoper, yeah,
The
Hoper, bro.
This episode of the Secrets to Success podcast is brought to you by HelloFresh. Listen, with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You heard me correctly, right to your door. Skip those trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Choose from over 55 weekly options featuring pre-portioned, high-quality ingredients picked at their peak ripeness. HelloFresh delivers fresh, quality produce from the farm to your door in less than 1 week, so you can savor those summer flavors right from your home. Listen, skip the grocery store and spend more time soaking up the summer sun. HelloFresh Market is a one-stop shop for all your mealtime needs with quick breakfasts, lunches, snacks, desserts, and more. Foolproof step-by-step recipes mean a joyful cooking experience and a stress-free summer. Plus, HelloFresh cuts back on the time spent in the kitchen with meals ready in around 30 minutes or less. And listen, guys, I'm not playing. Like, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, you're seeing my son, Jordan, my daughter, Jessie, 9 and 7 years old. They're preparing dinner for our family by themselves, all right? Now, y'all want to know why I'm pushing HelloFresh? Because I don't have to cook. My kids are cooking, y'all. I'm telling y'all, HelloFresh is that cheat code. Listen, and it's 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant, and it's even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. So go to HelloFresh.com/success16. That's the number 16, and use the same promo code success16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. One more time, HelloFresh.com/success16, and use the promo code success16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Save yourself some time and money and teach your children how to cook with America's #1 meal kit.
Was the people? Did you have any homies on the streets that was
homeless?
Yeah.
No. Everybody was doing their thing. Yeah.
God, I hope something different, bro.
Yeah.
I still, when you was just talking, I was sitting back thinking, like, I remember them nights, man, working in the police department, talking about in the squad car.
Yeah.
in the Holler?
And Holler.
Yeah, I did that. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Make sure you don't say holler. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember, man, that hope.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have anybody that was in front of me to lead me.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have anybody to say, hey, Jamal, like, you do this
Right.
for the next 10 years on the job, then it's going to happen. So I was kind of like all in or nothing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, but that hope was so strong where I was just like, it felt so good. The hope felt so good that I was like, I gotta work towards this vision. Because that's got to feel even better. Yeah. And like you said, though, sometimes the hope itself,
man,
the hope is just as real when your vision is real. The hope is just as real as the reality of it.
Bro.
Same way with Little J, bro. I promise you, I told you before, I used to hear him speak to me in the hope.
Yeah.
I used to hear him speak to me in the hope. When Camille was even at the point where she was like, you know what, let's just get on with our life. I said, man, I can't. And she was like, Jamal, why is this pulling? You wasn't like this with all other kids.
Yeah.
I said, man, he keep talking to me. Like I literally, when I closed my eyes in the dark, that's when he would come to me only in the dark.
Only in the dark.
And he would talk to me, bro. And y'all all know him now. You know the type of way he talks and the voice he has and just how he's just that. And it's just like, man, in that hope, I lost myself in there. And I just was like, man, it got to the point where I was literally trying to go to sleep just so I could hear his voice again.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
And I would hold on to that, E.
Wow.
I would hold on. And so now we're talking about the darkness.
Yeah.
I would go into the darkness.
Paradigm shift.
For the light.
For the
light.
And then I would bring out what was in the darkness. I
Into
would
the
bring
light.
it to the light. That's what renovating
my.
properties is.
Yeah.
I'm going into literally properties that's dark.
It's dark.
It's voided.
Yeah.
It's without form.
Yeah.
And I'm
Don't
literally.
nobody like it.
And what we doing?
They despise it.
We're creating a vision on how it's going to look in the light.
Yeah.
And then once we bring forth that thing out of the dark into the light, now it's got value. The same property that might have cost $30,000, $40,000 that nobody else wanted because it was dark and void. Once we add that vision to it, now that same property we be selling it for $300,000, $400,000. So man,
let me ask y'all this question. And again, be honest. Like, of course, I got a preference, but just be honest. Have there in your life for some things that you had hope for, equal or greater to, I'm not going to say greater, but equal or greater to, that the hope has been equal or greater to the actual thing that you actually, when you got it.
Say that question again.
So in your life, you had hope. I feel like, Ma, that there were times that the things that I hoped for and I dreamed of, that feeling was actually, in some instances, greater or equal to when I actually got the thing that I was dreaming about.
My house.
I'm saying a lot of stuff, E.
My house.
A lot of stuff.
My house.
Yep.
I used to hope for the house. I'm not even joking. I used to hope you could see letters. We got pictures on vision boards of a huge 10,000, 15, 20,000 square foot home. The actual hope, once you got the house, it's like, dang, I got to do this in this house. I'm just saying. But the vision of it and the hope for it was definitely to hold on to that and knowing that every property that I'm doing is getting me closer to that.
Yeah.
Hey, to become a citizen of the United States, bro.
He going.
Oh no, he going.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Careful. Wait till that green card fully clear before you get to talking reckless. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, let me hold that there.
Like, I don't think y'all understand.
Yeah.
Like, I went to high school, and our system is different. So we start high school, I was like 11, 12 years old.
Wow.
I'm going to high school telling my
crazy.
friends, this is the last year I'm about to be here. We move into the United States of America.
Wow.
At 11 years old. Bruh, I didn't get my green card till 2010.
What
How
was
old
that?
am I?
Yeah. What was that? What year was
I'm
that?
30 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like 30 years old. So you're talking about from 19 years that I'm waiting for this thing to happen. Bro, our whole lives are like, my family's going to migrate. Again, we're in the Caribbean, dude. So everything here is better opportunities, better jobs.
Like you about 4-hour flight.
Bruh.
Not the one where you get on a boat and just come on over. Like
No,
way.
we are Trinidad and Venezuela. We
Right.
South America. We pretty
Right.
much all the way down there. So
Yeah.
I'm saying like the hope for this thing was so real. Then I get a student visa. Ooh, I'm a step closer. I'm in school up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then with Dr. Curry, I get a work visa. Bruh, oh my gosh, it's getting real. Then I get the darkness. You got to leave the country though.
Yeah.
You got to leave the country right now. I'm not in chronological order, but my student visa got messed up. I was trying to transfer from Davenport to MSU. This is when we first connected. Something in the transfer thing messed up. They're like, yo, we ain't got no valid visa for you. You got to get up out of here. Like, I got a letter from the federal government, like, leave the country, bro. And I'm sitting here like, this isn't what the plan was. Like, we got, my whole family is on this. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, we talking about not until, 2 years ago? It was just before COVID. I got my actual citizenship, and the dumb thing about it was nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changed because, and I'll be honest, I don't remember, it's one of the two of them looked at me and said like, yo, stop living your life waiting for and live your life as though you have it. Yeah. And that was a transformational moment for me. Like, yo, I'm here in the country.
That was me for sure.
I'm going, oh, no doubt. I'm in school. I'm doing everything. Tamisha's now up here. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, your life is already taking the form. It's here. Yeah. So stop living waiting on that. So by the time I got it, it honestly didn't change nothing. It didn't mean nothing. But that's something that we look for like, bruh, 20-something plus years, our whole family was dependent on that.
We talk a lot about finances on this show and how important they are to creating the freedom that you deserve. Our goal for you is simple. It's to start taking finances seriously and most importantly, to start where you are. So today we've partnered with Chime to help you get started on your financial journey. So let me ask you a quick question. How's that piece of plastic in your wallet working out for you? With the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start building credit with everyday purchases and on-time payments. With Credit Builder, members can increase their credit history with no annual fees or interest. And having a good credit score can mean getting better car rents or renting apartments easier, or just bragging rights around the dinner table. So continue your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and does not affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/success. That's Chime, CHIME.com/success. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank NA, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Chime checking account, and a $200 qualifying direct deposit is required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some users' score may not improve.
Yeah, I would say probably when he told us to make 6 figures, I was hopeful, and then I got there, I was like,
"What's this?
Man, this ain't what I thought."
Oh.
No, I'm being for real.
Seriously.
You told us to make 6 figures, then you was like, if you could save 6 figures, and then you think like, it's like don't much change. You know, you might have a new house or something, but like okay, let me say it like this: it don't change how you feel as a person,
Right. Right.
Unless you
It
shallow.
don't. I'm saying,
Right.
all right. I'm just saying, like
Seriously.
it didn't make me like a better human. It didn't make my quality of life better. I might have had a nicer car and a nicer house. It never made like me personally
my
be
integrity
like,
didn't go up
ooh,
from it.
I just feel like
Character. Yeah.
oh, I feel sweeter today. You know what I mean? It
No
didn't do
question.
that. So
That's what I'm saying, then, Maul. So I'm saying the easiest thing to do of those two is to hope. That's the easiest thing to do.
How do I find hope though? Like because now I'm in darkness right now. Like where do I go to even start the
And
process
here's
of
the
finding
crazy
hope?
part. You don't go nowhere. It's already inside of you. Like, that's the crazy thing about hope. It's not anywhere.
you already got the glow.
It's in you. Like, I'm just saying, it's in your words. It's in your situation, your conversation. Like, yo, bruh. And again, I have to be cautious because, my family be like, don't be. But, bro, I promise you, listen to my son. I might hear him talk about something one way, and then once he gets this hope in, he's talking about it a total different way. You feel me? Like, one way he might have been like, bye, 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 bye. Then he back like, bro, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that's the same circumstance. There ain't nothing changed.
Nothing.
That was the exact same thing. But how you seeing it this way now versus you saw it that way then? Hope. And what is hope? You looking at the darkness in a way where you see the benefit of it. Listen to me. I'm being real, y'all. This is on everything I love. Y'all should probably be paying for this. Here's what I tell every human that comes to me that's in a funk. I say the only reason you're in a funk is because you're looking at what you don't have. That's the only reason you're in a funk. You looking at what you don't have and what somebody else has. And so that's what's hurting you. If you would just pull up exercise, if you would just take your hand, one hand, and put one hand up, and for every finger, say what you're grateful for. And then if that don't get you, put the other one up and say what you're grateful for. By the time you finish with those 5, bruh, and if you would wake up every day and start your day like that, and if every day something happens to you, you would try to find the good in it, and you would have an attitude of gratitude, and you would speak about all the great things that God is doing for you versus the 2, 3, or 3 things that he's not doing that you think he should be doing, that if you really knew, if you was a God, you would really be grateful that he didn't
do it.
Like, you would really be grateful as a God that if you were a God, you could look at the same, like I always say, the reason why I love the flight assessment, God gave me pilot, flight attendant, ground crew, air traffic control. I begin to have a different respect for the air traffic control because I'm like, they sit at the tower, and so they have a perspective that none of us see because we're on the ground or we're in the plane. So they are up top, and that's why they saying, don't go yet. You in the airport, I got the flight, I got a meeting I'm supposed to have. I got this big interview. I can't believe this plane ain't. Bro, I've listened to people with that spirit before, and I ain't see, but a few times I got so pissed that I stopped and was like, so what, you want to get on the plane? They just told you it was a mechanical problem, like the engine was like what you just want to get up. Like, what do you want to do? They just told you that it's thunder and lightning. Like, what do you want to do, bruh? I got to get somewhere. What part of you getting on this plane think you gonna get there with the thunder and lightning? Like, are you stuck on stupid? And so because we're not gods and we're on the ground level, we're looking at darkness in a negative way. But if you were God and you were sitting up high and you look low, you would be grateful that you didn't marry that person. Because you don't have a slightest idea where that joker is headed. You'd be grateful you didn't have that child because you didn't know that child was going to be born with that particular defect that God was like, and you couldn't handle it. You'd be grateful you didn't make it to the league because if you'd have made it to the league, you would have had your pride, your ego. You would have got strung out on drugs. You probably would have died if you only knew. Yeah. But because you sit low and you don't sit high, you looking at darkness as something bad, where God is saying, I got to turn the light off because I got to stop you. Because if I keep the light on, you're going to keep going. And if you keep going, you're actually going in a different direction than you dreamed of going. So I got to cut all the lights out. I got to stop the plane. I got to make the car not start. I got to give you a flat tire. I got to stop you from getting that relationship. I got to stop you from hanging out with those people because that joke about to take you in the wrong direction. And so by the grace of God, when it's dark and you can go, God, I don't know why you didn't let me do that, but I've got to believe somewhere in my heart because you love me that the darkness is actually a blessing and not a curse. Carl, talk to us.
I'm about to read this story. Y'all probably heard it before, but the story is a farmer.
I've never heard it.
No, it's a farmer, right? I'm just going to read it. He had worked his crop for many years, and one day his horse ran away. Upon hearing the news, his neighbors came to visit. Such bad luck, they said sympathetically.
Ooh.
Watch his response. Maybe. The next morning, the horse returned, bringing with it 3 other wild horses. How wonderful, the neighbors exclaimed. The old man replied, maybe. The following day, his son tried to ride one of the untamed horses and was thrown off and broke his leg. The neighbors came again to offer their sympathy for what they had called his misfortune. He said, maybe. The day after, the military officials came to the village to draft young men into the army, and seeing that the son's leg was broken, they passed him by. The neighbors congratulated the farmer on how well things had turned out. He said, maybe.
Maybe.
Bruh, what's good and what's bad?
Maybe.
Like, you think of, like, there's 4 different things that one could be good, could be bad, could be. You have no idea, 2, 3, you know, like you talk about these things. You have no idea just a couple hours, a couple days, a couple weeks down the line if this is something good or bad. A lot of people, I could tell you, homelessness, the worst thing that happened to you turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to you.
That movie Final Destination messed me up.
I ain't see it. Talk to me about it.
I ain't see Final
years ago with the plane.
Yeah, you remember he's like couldn't get on the plane and like some people did and he didn't get on and the plane blew up. And it was like he was having like I can't remember exactly, but like he would have a vision of like something that was about to happen and like would miss out on it basically and somebody you know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
But yeah, I'm just saying like it's just like you don't know what's about to happen. It's like you miss your flight. It's like you don't know what's going like you know what I'm saying? Like you was late to work that day and somebody came in there was acting crazy. Like you don't know you really don't.
You had to stand in a long line. You don't know if you'd have got your rental car on time and got out the airport.
That might have been when the accident that happened 5 minutes behind you.
But you crying.
You didn't even know.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ooh,
I started doing, this is my morning routine now. Yeah. When I wake up, I wiggle my toes. I bend my knee. I wiggle my fingers.
You better start stretching that back too.
Start doing that.
You don't know how to act. Slow motion for me.
I'm waiting for you to say yeah.
Slow motion for me.
Hey, that's my grounding.
At least these working.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Every single day, that's my ground. Like, bro, you alive?
You alive,
all
bro.
your limbs work? Bro, you got a family that love you. I don't care what else happened in the day.
Yeah.
We good. I promise. I got a group of men around me like this. Bro, I don't care what happened out there. We good. We can figure it out. As long as somebody ain't dying, even if they do, life gonna go on. We gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm still alive, we can figure it out.
We gonna make it. You have
I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes.
You look, y'all. We gonna have to cut this a little bit short today. We've been giving y'all heat for a long time, so don't yell at us, don't cuss us out. But we got everybody got moves to make. Maul got to speak. E got another call.
Right.
Carl got his wife is waiting on his arrival. I ain't got nothing to do. I was just gonna sit here y'all can leave. I really hold this down. I'll tell you
That's
how
what you
I
really
feel.
wanted, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you how I really feel once these jokers leave. Shout out to Organifi, the superfood green juice powder, keeping us powered up. Go to Organifi.com or Organifi.com, promo code SUCCESS. All right, get 20% off your first order. Also, man, go to MakeRealEstateReal.com. People are making Make Real Estate Real. Oh, they just taking it to a whole nother level more. It's been really dope to see. I know you did the joint venture with Jamal people a few weeks ago, where the people who came to Mexico.
For the family reunion.
Yeah, VIPs got entered into a chance to do a JV with Jamal, so you're actually joint venturing on a property with some individuals. So if you can make it to, are you doing another one for Jamaica?
We are. Yeah. We're doing another one for Jamaica. Yep.
So you should be coming to Jamaica, but you have to be a Make Real Estate Real alumni. Can't just come. You got to have the info. You got to have the knowledge. So go to MakeRealEstateReal.com. Carl, what we got going on your way, brother?
Hey, based on this conversation, I'm asking you to post your dark days too. Like, again, we talk about, posting and being consistent, but when people see your dark days, that's another opportunity for you to help somebody build their hope. Like, it ain't all perfect. So one of the things we always talk about is just being consistent, being authentic. You don't have to worry about, I'm not feeling it today. Say that. I'm not feeling it today. I don't feel great today, but I'm still going to just do something because I believe that the thing that I hope for is on the other side of me doing this. So whether I feel good, bad, however, just keep posting, man. So deepeninthebrand.com, we teaching anything related to social media, content creation, everything you need as it relates to that. So deepeninthebrand.com, check it out.
Love it, man. ET, anything?
Yeah.
UOU.
That's all. UOU. To help ET
man, that's
get
it.
to that New York best
Listen, man, if you're listening to this podcast, you've been getting this pod for free for a long time. We're asking you to invest. How much is the book? $26.99?
Yeah. Audio is probably cheaper.
What either one.
Do both.
Okay.
Do both.
All right.
Go get it. Pre-order it right now. That's going to help our sales. If y'all want to see, listen, we've never done a major release. So if y'all want to see this thing, like, wouldn't y'all be proud to see this in the Hudson News? You get ready to get on your flight. You like, man, there go ET book. You walk in Barnes & Noble, some of these stores, man, you see E's book. Y'all can help us do that, man. We need your support. We want to put up a big number. We want to make that New York Times bestseller list. So go to ericthomas.com. Pre-order the book, man. And other than that, everybody be safe, man. We love you. We out of here. We'll see you next week.
Dope.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your